Hello, I'm Anya. I'm exploring happiness. And in all my explorations, I came across concepts about happiness and I stored them in a framework. I called it the Pillars of Happiness and it has 6 pillars. And by the way, if you see hands fluttering up, they are mine. I can't film differently, so with my whole upper body. So yeah, but the hands are mine. Pillars of Happiness has 6 pillars. This video is about this series, a 3-part series about the third pillar, dreams and desires. So I've already talked about the physical processes behind dreams and desires and the benefits to society and to yourself. And now finally, I want to talk about, well, an approach to how you can realize your dreams. And I'm not sure if you realize desires, achieve desires, fulfill desires, whatever you do. So I suggest awareness, declutter, prioritizing, decluttering, prioritizing, and connecting. So awareness is like just become aware of what you desire, what you dream. I think a lot of people actually don't. So yeah, well, I guess everybody wants a house. Maybe some people don't. I don't know. Um, more money, uh, love. But how does it look? Like, how does it look for you? And what do you actually want of these things? Do you want to travel, or maybe you really don't? So, becoming aware of your dreams and desires, like how they look for you, even if you do desire what a lot of people around you desire, but how does it look for you? Specifically, like, do you want a fast car? Do you want a red car? Do you want a blue car? Do you want no car? Do you want a bicycle? I don't know. Just become aware of that and that's best done, I guess, by journaling, so writing it down. But you can also talk, or you can maybe paint it, or dance it, sing it. I don't know. Whatever works for you, right? Uh, just brainstorm it, dump it all out, and we're all aware that um, dreams can and desires, they can change, they develop, they can contradict each other. They can be big, they can be small, they can be achievable, easy to achieve, they can be seemingly out of reach. Whatever it is, bring them all up so that you're aware of them, at least most of them, um, as much as we can, best we can. Okay, then declutter. Because I believe we take on a lot of dreams and desires from other people, maybe because we want to, you know, they want, like, I don't know, maybe your parents want something for you, and then you want that even though you don't really want that. Or maybe you think you need to desire these things, but then you tap and you listen to yourself, you're like, not really. Not in that way. So really declutter. Decluttering, I like Marie Kondo and her idea of sparking joy. So you kind of looking at each dream, however you do that, but you can visualize them, and try them on. Try the dreams and desires on. How do they feel? How do they look? Like, and then let go of those which don't spark joy. It's pretty doable. It sounds a little bit out there, but it's really doable. You can try on your dreams. You can imagine you're into your dreams, and you can let go of them, either because it's too much, or you think like, okay, no, but I have these important ones, and I really want to focus on these, or you have a lot of small ones, and that's okay, or you feel like, oh yeah, this is actually not really mine. It's like what everybody seems to think to want, or something like that. I don't really want that. So you can let go of that. That's really good because you make space, you become clearer about what you actually want, what you desire, um, and you make space to pursue that. Yeah, and then of course prioritize. Um, and that can change, but if you want bigger things, do them first. Like, use your energy when you have it, and not wait last thing in the evening when you have no energy anymore to work on that. But I also think like for me, connection relationship, particularly with my kids, is usually the most important. So making that time, sometimes before I make time then for my projects, um, it can be also just a little bit of time, just giving a kiss or listening, just for paying some attention for 5 or 10 minutes, but making that time, like prioritizing according to what is really important to you and what is most important to you. Maybe becoming aware that way, what is most important to you, and how to approach that. I mean, these things are not static. You can always, play with them. It's also more fun then, right? That's happiness. Okay, and then I guess most importantly, and you could do that all the way through, or you probably should do that all the way through, connect with them. This is not a one step after another process. These can go back and forth and overlap. But connecting to your dreams and desires. And that again is like visualizing. How do they feel? How do they enrich my life? I mean, maybe you want something that doesn't enrich your life. I don't know. But I would always ask myself, like, how does it enrich my life? How does it feel? And what does it look like? How do things? What do I hear? What do I see? Maybe also taste and smell. It's always best if you can engage all your senses. So really, really visualize that situation, that dream, that desire. What does it look like? What does it look like to have love, the perfect partner, kids, a good relationship with your kids, a house, a job you like? I don't know. I crochet. I should probably dream of having the top for my daughter ready. Now that I'm saying, I should probably also visualize that. These things can be small things, can be big things. And then relax into that, right? So there's manifesting and visualization, visualizing. And manifesting is pretty much really knowing what you want and why you want it. Like, why does it feel good? Like, also who benefits from that? Like, not only you. It's always better if more people benefit from that. It's easier for us to do it then. It's not so much about the how, because the how is kind of, you hand that over. Okay, so how does that work if you don't go an esoteric way? Because there's actually method to the madness. So we have a brain part called the reticular activity system. Oh, I keep forgetting. It's RAS. That one I know. Apparently it's sitting in the brainstem. And what it does is there's, I don't know, millions of impressions all the time. Whatever around us, there's things happening everywhere and things to perceive, we could perceive. But that would overwhelm our system. That would overwhelm us. We would go crazy, or just completely, I don't know, overwhelmed, overstimulated. So the RAS is preventing that. It's scanning around and just letting relevant information pass through. And we can steer how that what that relevant information is. I talked about that when I talked about beliefs. So the brain will just prove us right as whatever we do, right? So that's exactly it. It will leave the information, let the information through, which proves our beliefs right. So if you believe you can't be happy, absolutely, the brain is going to prove you that is true. If you believe that you can be happy, the brain will also make that, will find proof for that. And that's the same how it works with our dreams, right? So that we scan, the brain scans for opportunity to I don't know, support us with buying a house, a dream house. Like suddenly we find out that we know people, somebody in our friends is like is the, I don't know, agent for the dream house or mortgage broker, or I don't know, something. It doesn't matter, but I'm pretty sure that I know that you know what I talk about, because I think we have all experienced it, that things just go our way, things just happen. It's like lucky coincidences. I think it's what we call luck in a lot of ways. um, so if you tell your brain, if you visualize what you really want, like and how, like, see it. And by the way, we are visualizing because our emotional brain isn't verbal, doesn't understand, has no words, but it can see things. So if you can see it and visualize it and can feel it, that part of the brain also gets it, and they are all like on board of, okay, so that's what we want. Cool. So let's set onto that. Um, okay, so that would be how manifestation visualization works, how we can pursue our dreams. Of course, I haven't told you how to exactly pursue your dream because I don't know what you're exactly dreaming. But these mechanisms work for everything. Um, Also, while we are at visualizing, because visualization and manifesting is often like connected with vision boards, where we visualize our goals, our dreams and desires. But while you're doing that, also make a celebration board. So that's visualizing your achievements. And that again helps us to also be okay with the now, with what we have already. And that taps into our rest and digest nervous system state, the parasympathetic nervous system, which is so closely connected to happiness. It's all coming back there, right? Okay, so that was it about dreams and desires. I hope you liked it. And I hope you find really good ways to pursue your dreams and desires and also enjoy it.